Hi, on the day that I'm recording this, it's a cold day in Dallas, Texas. In fact, it's cold all across the country, from LA all the way to New York, north part of Florida, maybe even southern Florida, I'm not sure. They've had record snow in New Orleans. This is cold. And what works best on a cold day? Comfort food. You're not looking for a traditional meal. You're looking for something comforting, something that you can pull up in front of a fireplace or maybe a TV with your family. Something that is just gonna make you feel good. Big old mug or a bowl of something, perhaps chili or stew or some type of pot pie. And what we're gonna be doing today is something called a cowboy casserole. It's made in a crock pot. This is super easy. And here are the ingredients that we're gonna be using. It's not that difficult. First step is we're going to be going over to the cooktop and starting to brown the meat. Join me over there. Now I've got the pan on medium heat. I've added 1 tablespoon of olive oil to it. So that's already been preheating. Adding the ground beef. This is going to take a few moments to brown up. And then we're going to start adding some additional ingredients. In the meantime, let me go ahead and add some salt to this. Okay, at this point, I'm going to be starting to add different ingredients. Now, I'm not too worried about the fact that the meat is not fully browned yet because it's got a lot more cooking time. I'm going to be adding onions next. Onions are going to take several minutes to kind of become a little bit more translucent and sweeter. It's also ultimately going to wind up in a crock pot for several hours. So there is plenty of time for this meat to be cooking. So like I say, I'm not that concerned about it browning. Meantime, let me go ahead and add some minced garlic. Going to add the onions. Okay, so the onions have been simmering for about the last 3 minutes. They're looking pretty good. Now the final thing while it's in the saucepan, I'm going to be adding taco seasoning. Instantly, I'm noticing the change in aroma. This is smelling awesome at this point in time. That's looking pretty good, so I'm going to cut the heat. We're going to take it over, add it to the crock pot. See you over there. Okay, I'm adding the ground beef mixture. Gunner's very anxious for this, even though I don't think he's going to get any. The recipe calls for 90-10 ground beef. I used 93.7. The point is you're using a lean ground beef. I'm going to be adding potatoes all chopped up. Check that out. Just little bits. That is basically one of those little packages of new potatoes that you get at the grocery store. To that, I'm going to be adding a can of kidney beans. Now notice I did not drain the ground beef, nor am I draining anything from the cans. We're using the moisture from these mixtures, using fire roasted corn here, fire roasted diced tomatoes, green chilies. Now this is going to be a little bit of spice, but very mild. I don't care how fussy you might have somebody in the family, this should still be plenty mild enough for them. You can make this spicier if you wish. And a can of cream of chicken soup. Get that all blended together here in the crock pot. Some people like to use those plastic liners for their crock pots, and I have used them on the show, and I've caught flack from some of my viewers about this. They tell me about these microplastics that can get into your food. So I was kind of curious about that, and I went and I checked the labeling on the boxes. And these bags, if you choose to use them, are BPA, PFAS free. They actually use nylon in the process of making these bags. So they're not just typical plastic bags that you're cooking in. So I think you can feel safe using those. I'm not using those for this, but I think you probably can. Now, at this point, I'm just gonna level everything off, and we're gonna cook this on high heat for about the next 3 to 4 hours. We're looking for those potatoes to soften up. Based on the smell that I'm getting right now, this is gonna be terrific. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, as we get to the end, I'm gonna be adding cheese, covering it up again for about another 15 minutes, letting that cheese melt into the mixture. And when we serve it, we're gonna be using sour cream. I think this is gonna be worth waiting for. So I will see y'all in about 3 or 4 hours. See you then. Okay, I've had it in there simmering for about 5.5 hours. It is time to start the last phase. I'm gonna be putting a layer of cheese in here. First, let me stir it up just a little bit. But this is smelling terrific. Now I'm gonna be putting a layer of cheese all across the top. And we're going to let that simmer for another 15 minutes. Got my timer here. We'll be back in 15. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Take the lid off. Turn the heat off. This is smelling terrific, y'all. Take a look at this. Let me make up a big bowl full here. And I would recommend serving this with a little bit of sour cream. We'll just give it a little shot here. Now I know this is going to be hot. This is delicious. Let me get a big chunk of potato in there. On a cold night, this is gonna hit the spot. I guarantee it. You gotta get you some. If you're enjoying the video, please consider giving me a like down below, maybe a comment. I love my comments. So I enjoy doing this for y'all, and I look forward to having something else for y'all next week. Bye-bye.